Oh, nice.
Yeah. Are you registered to vote?
I am.
Cool. Are you maybe interested in volunteering this campaign?
I'm sorry?
Are you interested in volunteering this campaign?
No, I was just wondering, what would you have to say about Hillary Clinton getting money from Saudi Arabia who throws gay people off roofs?
Oh, I can't answer any questions, but you can talk to Fatah, who's our organizer.
Okay.
Yeah, she's over there.
Okay. Which one? Okay. Hey, how do you feel about Hillary Clinton supporting rebels who throw gay people off roofs?
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir, but thanks.
Yeah, no, it's a big deal.
All right, then.
Yep.
I'll do research on that. Thank you.
Do that. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Maybe not so pleasantly.
Make sure you...
Alright, first off, explaining what you're about to see here. I gotta apologize for my shoddy camera work. It was a surprise thing. I knew I had to start recording right away. I didn't want to put pressure on the person to, have them go by their script because I knew they had one. This lady that I'm about to talk to is going up to people, having them sign their signature for a petition for the $15 an hour minimum wage. Find that out, I hit record, put the camera up to here, and the rest is just what it is. You want to see it. It's good. Just for the city of Minneapolis?
Yeah.
All right. Why do you think the minimum wage should be brought up?
Why should it be brought up? Because tons and tons of people survive on $9 an hour with terrible or little to no benefits.
Yeah.
And well, Minneapolis has the highest concentration of Fortune 500 countries in the whole U.S.
Yeah.
And the wealth inequality in the U.S. is just astronomical. It's astounding.
Did you know in 1976, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, $15 today would be $3.58 in 1976. So do you think it's a wage problem, or do you think it's our money is being devalued and worthless?
I think it's probably some of both, but mostly it's a wage problem because the relative wealth of people, I mean, I honestly can't really give you numbers and things, but the relative wealth of people has gone down. People can buy less and can afford less. Can't afford to raise a family on the wages that they're getting. So a $15 minimum wage would really help. I mean, it's not enough, honestly, for a lot of people, but it's a huge step.
You know what scares me the most is every time a politician comes out, it doesn't matter right or left, and they say we're going to dedicate this much money for this project. You should be scared because that means your money that you already have and that what you will get is going to be devalued that much more. If they dedicate $1 trillion for this or that, that means every dollar out there is going to be worth $1 trillion less. I think that's the main problem, is devaluing the money. Therefore,
and what's the cause of that, do you think?
Inflation. We're just printing it. I mean, we're printing it for the big global banks in Europe and the United States.
That's a huge,
Goldman Sachs and all them. Well, are you familiar with quantitative easing?
No.
Well, that's what Obama's first stimulus package was. He dedicated $1 trillion and said he was going to stimulate the economy, but what that really was for is to bail out the big banks.
Right.
And then they decided to do it again with another $1 trillion.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're like, oh, we're just going to call it quantitative easing unlimited, and we're just not going to stop. And we get like $83 billion a month printed.
Right.
That is the real. That should be the real concern. Where $15, well, even it was like $7 some or whatever today. Back in 1976 was still like $28. So I mean, people could live on $28 an hour.
Yeah.
That's for sure. If the money wasn't so devalued.
So your understanding is the issue is way higher up.
Yep, it's
even than the corporations.
Yeah, it's the corporations of corporations, the people who have the monopoly on money.
Right.
This is what you spend on money. And this is how we buy the politicians. Every politician is basically a worker, PR person for the big global banks who say this is what you can't pay taxes or anything else. If you burn this, it's a felony. You're going to Leavenworth. Try making your own money. You're going to go to jail. So. Yeah. That's the other side of the equation. And
Yeah.
it's easy to say, we need to get paid more, but we really need to have money be worth more.
How do you think that should happen? I really have no idea.
You could base
what
it
do you
off
do
of
there?
something. Right now, it's only really based off. All money is negative money. It's all debt. You have a dollar in your
Yeah.
pocket, dollar in my pocket. There's no actual worth to it. You can go back to the gold standard for some precious metal. It's argued right now that it's the petrodollar, which is a deal in the 1970s under Nixon, where he made a deal with the Saudis where the dollar is based off how much oil they produce. And that's why they're shutting down the oil industry here, is to gain leverage for the Saudis, because they pretty much control the dollar for the most part. And a deal there, but the banks above them, they still control Saudi Arabia, because that goes back hundreds of years with the British trying to stabilize an empire over there. And install the House of Saud. It's a whole big corrupt operation. And I get the point of the $15 an hour crowd, but there's a whole other side of it that's so complex that there should be a kind of a look at a little head tilt over that way. Like, well, yeah, but what's going on here?
Yeah.
And either way, $15 is still the banker's money. You're still appeasing the big bankers.
But in the shorter term, it seems to me like a wage increase would help a ton of people just in their everyday life. I know there's, what's that?
I don't know, I was just saying, yeah, they definitely need to make it more livable wage.
Yeah, because there are countless huge problems like that.
Oh, I get it. Yes,
But it keeps on getting.
And what it really will do, it will put the small businesses that can't afford the wage increase out of business, and then the big corporations will be able to
take over. That's I think small business. When you do have like a
the only industry out there is going to be the illegals in the kitchens and the waitresses who will and waiters get paid minimum wage and live off the tips. And that's pretty much going to be the industry. It's going to be a tip industry, and then you're going to have undocumented people that are going to be pretty much working as slaves.
That's what's happening now.
It is, yeah, and it's going to be more
It's not
of it.
like, you think?
Yeah, I think, that's a plan. That's been the plan. It's a slick way of modern slavery. It's very clever on their part. I don't like it. Not at all.
I don't like it either.
What's your name?
Avery.
Avery, I'm Alex.
Alex.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to talk to you. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm here at thedailyscrew.com, and I'm just getting opinions on stuff and talking to people and getting their takes on current events, because we live in very, very interesting times right now.
Terrifying. I'm scared.
What do you think of the?
Can I stand in the shade?
Absolutely. Sergeant Bean said there's going to be unprecedented police presence here today, or over the weekend. Yeah, because Orlando and everything like that. How do you feel? You think they're doing a good job keeping people safe here? I mean, so far it looks like it. I don't see anything too shady going on. It's outside. It's not like a confined area where you can trap people in somewhere.
Like, what do you...
Well, if there were some sort of like terrorist attack here.
Oh.
Because, jihadis have been coming out of Minnesota, going into Syria and Somalia and stuff. We are a hotbed, and there is a risk for that here. Are you worried about it at all?
Am I worried about people from my community? Generally, no.
Generally, no.
I'm much more worried about people in other demographics.
Like what?
Like white men around 30 who have done the most damage.
What kind of damage have they done?
Shot up movie theaters and universities. And just kind of daily violence.
Daily violence, okay. Well, because you're talking about me. That's my demographic. And I'm just trying to fight tyranny. I'm trying to, I know we're.
I'm not trying to target you. I'm just saying that is the demographic that I'm the most afraid of.
Okay. All right.
It's not about any individual. It's if I'm gonna say, am I afraid of? You asked, am I afraid of people from my Minneapolis community posing a danger to the people here? I don't think of it. I mean, I think of a kind of person or a kind of. But I'm not thinking of individuals. I'm thinking of
a group.
Of a group or of a loose group.
Would you consider Islam be a part of that, of a group as a whole that thinks the same?
No.
No.
That Islam is. It seems to me when people say something Islamophobic, that's the same as saying like it's no different. I don't know why Islam gets so cornered.
Well,
I mean, think it's. I don't.
I mean, it might just have to do with like
the
stuff
media.
that happens out in the Middle East.
Well, I mean,
I mean, obviously there's modern Muslims.
well, I mean, Muslims mostly kill other Muslims, so it's not like, you can't just scapegoat them all, because I mean, it's all different interpretations of their Bible.
Right. And same with Christians, same with any religion. Because religion is not, it doesn't exist in a vacuum. I think that's a big problem with how we talk about Islam.
But radical Islam did get its start from the British Empire, like I said, to destabilize the Ottoman Empire. They brought in the House of
A lot of problems came from colonialism.
Well, yeah, it came from, essentially today we live under the same colonialist operation. It progressed. It became high tech. It became a lot more propagandized. A lot more social engineering involved.
Sure.
And that's what they did with the jihadis. Basically, they installed the jihadis, which ended up being Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the jihadi capital on purpose. They found crazy radical imams that had like 30 different wives and 50 different kids, and killed them and stuff, and made them rulers. And they progressed in order to maintain oil monopoly out there. It's a big oil deal for well over 100 years. But with that being said, you have this group of people who call themselves Islam, wanting to take over the world and install their super tyrannical, torturous ideology. And they've been propped up by the West. I mean, this is on purpose. This isn't just like naturally, these are how people think. They're humans. Humans don't just think that way. What do you think of that? And do you think it's leading to a clash of civilizations? It brings the issue.
I think that's such an outdated way of looking at things. Clash of civilizations.
But it is though. I mean, people like other cultures. They get interested with them, and they want to experience them. But when you can't force it upon people, otherwise they're just going to be. It'll be a culture shock. It'll just be. They won't quite know what to think. They haven't acclimated each other.
Okay, so when are you? I'm not sure if you're saying that. I think the West has completely done that. I think through globalization and free trade and neoliberal policies, we've completely imposed our way.
Yeah,
but I take issue
with
the very
Iraq
and Starbucks being on every corner in Malaysia.
That and then all of our middle class jobs is through their trade deals go to China and Mexico, where the labor is dirt cheap and where they can print shirts off at 23 cents a pop and sell them back to us for $32. That's globalization. I mean, that's part of that's evil in my book. And then And then people can't make enough here, and we got the $15 an hour thing happening. And to me, it just seems like a total problem, reaction, solution style manipulating of the people.
An avoidance of the core.
Yes, get everybody, again, clash of civilizations, political war, get everybody roused against each other, make everybody look at each other for each other's race and whatever demographic they're in, instead of looking at them.
I agree with that.
And that's the real problem. The people who make the money, who receive the bailouts, it's always just follow the money. It's easy. But it's difficult at the same time.
Yeah.
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 So
Everybody against each other.
But I see you taking a stance against Islam.
no,
It's not against this.
But you understand.
I do, I do, and I also understand that it's also set up, the social engineer shit, to bring about some sort of like actual newer Nazi style, like, the whole race, be against the whole race, round them up type thing going on. And which it could lead to, especially in Europe. I mean, you got all sorts of these. I'm not against, you can't just have open borders, but that's what's going to happen. People are going to be like, get them out of here, and then there's going to be a backlash, and it's all part of the plan to get people at each other's throats, and it's pretty sadistic and evil.
It is sadistic.
In my book, we don't need to be living that way at all, and
It's dark shit.
it is, but it's stuff that we need to realize and know that you're not a bad guy, and know that even if people disagree with you, that you don't, just know that, be aware of manipulation, of how you could be manipulated somehow. I think about that all the time, and so therefore I don't agree with radical Muslims coming in, but I also don't agree with scapegoating all of them as a whole, and then like looking at them like, hey, get out of here, throw a rock at them or something. No, I don't agree with that either.
It doesn't do anything productive.
So it puts us in a very difficult position where we end up at each other's throats, and it's not good. It's not what a free country does.
Well, I'm gonna go back to my short-term.
What was it again?
solution.
Avery?
Avery.
Alex.
All
DailyScrew.com.
right. Good talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Good day.
You too.
Probably not knowing that she's in the pocket of Monsanto, or the big bioengineering conglomerate there. Some girls here with like the tape over their nipples, they look like they're 15, 16 years old. Other than that, it's pretty much what you would expect. I saw a big gray van with tinted windows, but you can kind of see in the front seat of the tinted windows, full multicam people in there, so I'm assuming you got some sort of SWAT team, paramilitary presence here, undercover, incredibly so. We got a Hillary tent here, even though she supports jihadis who throw gay people off roofs and shoot them up by the dozens in clubs here in the United States. That's about it. Stay tuned, more videos to come. Read an article on this. Stay tuned to dailyscrew.com. Podcast coming up soon. Thank you.